Got 3 people so far, so if there's a few more of them on there, that'd be great. I'd like to try to get about at least 5. So if you're thinking about something, go ahead and raise your hand. We'll get you on here. Got 5 right now. Can we get a few more? Let's see. Got a few more things to dial in here, and then we should be ready to go live. Well, we can get you first, and then you can head out. How about that? Want to do that? We'll start with Dakari since he's here, and then we will. He has something. He has a meeting to get to. So, all right. So we are live, and this is going to be our live stream talking about what you learned. What was one of your golden nuggets throughout the day? We're going to get it started by having Dakari share with us a little bit about one golden nugget that he learned today that was going to help him.
Sure. So, hello again. This is Dakari. Just a little bit about myself. I'm a 24-year-old undergrad attending USC and met Dan a while ago. And from there, we've been best buds ever since. But one of the golden nuggets I took away is really do your due diligence on anything that you're trying to do in multifamily or real estate in general, and really life, just making sure you do your due diligence and making sure you're very analytical about the things you want to get into, checking the background, checking the people behind that, their background, understanding them as a person before you really, hit the trigger and go gun ho. So I would definitely say that that's one of my biggest takeaways from this actual summit, as well as knowing Dan and looking at the post inside of the group. So thank you again for having me, and I look forward to getting to know you guys more.
Great, awesome. Well, I know you have to go, so you can go ahead and leave, and you can watch the recording later. All right, you too. All right, so we have Bethany Finch on. She's going to share with us today. I'm going to unmute her mic and have her video get started here. Bethany, get us started, and I guess not get us started since Dakari just did it, but go ahead and share with us one golden nugget that you learned from today.
One? You mean I have to pick one? I've got literally almost an entire notebook filled already with everything that's just from today. It's been unbelievable. But honestly, the big golden nugget for me, because we have been in this space for a while, we are doing this, we are making some of these things happen, but it's always easier when you have a team. So for me, the biggest honest takeaway was meeting and networking with some of these other, not just the speakers, but even back and forth in the forum and the other panelists and different people like that. So that part has been huge because we pulled out of several deals that could have been really good deals had we had just a couple more key pieces of information that now we have those tools in our tool belt thanks to being able to network some of the attendees and panelists and whatnot here.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you for that. And I really appreciate you joining us, and looking forward to tomorrow's episodes as well. And we'll cover a few of those when we're finished with some of these golden nuggets. So thank you, Bethany, for sharing that.
Absolutely.
And look forward to having you on tomorrow as well. Going to have another person coming on and have Yona Weiss. Let's get Yona on here. I'm going to promote him here to a panelist and get his video on. He's been broadcasting with us all the way from Israel, I believe. So he'll be on here. Here we go. Unmute him. He's got his mic or his video coming on. There he is. How you doing, Yona?
There we go. How you doing, Dan?
Doing very well. Give us your golden nugget.
Oh, man. You know what? My golden nugget is actually from the speaker's point of view, from the panelist's point of view, because although I did attend a number of the sessions today and got a tremendous amount of value from them, but I had a big glitch in my technology, and Brandon can tell you all about that, or you can watch the video.
I heard about it.
And I actually came with this great idea, Like, I love to speak, and like when I have something to say, like I usually know what I'm going to say before I speak, right? My strongest point is not preparing the PowerPoint and doing that kind of thing. So I actually had a big problem with my PowerPoint and lost a bunch of pages. So I just put some blank pages up there and just like with a title and like winged it. And for me, that was that may sound a little silly. That was my takeaway, but this is like a breakthrough idea. I don't actually have to prepare that big PowerPoint. Just put a sentence on there and wing it. So I appreciate that opportunity. No, but in all reality, it has been incredible, especially the panel earlier today about raising capital with Brian Burke and Ellie and all the others there, because there were so many different perspectives. And that's always great, especially when a lot of us are in that space in trying to raise capital and trying to meet with investors. And Joe Fairless' thing this morning was incredible. And I related a lot to what he said. And so I just wanted to share that. That's really kind of pushing me to kind of move into that role a little bit, hopefully this year.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for that, Yona. I really appreciate your comments there. Going to bring on, let's see, Chris Hake. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Let's see if I can get him to be promoted here. And let's see. There we go. There he is. Going to go ahead and unmute his mic there. Awesome. Chris, thanks for coming on and sharing your golden nugget. Go. I'll take it away.
You bet. Well, for me, the concept of a thought leadership platform is just kind of blows my mind because of my background, the incredible leverage that I can utilize that with. I've owned a RIA for 6 years. I've been an investor for over 20 years, and I started my career, in multifamily and rental properties. Got out of it into fix and flip and wholesaling and all that stuff. But with the platform I have within my RIA and that thought leadership platform with a podcast or blog or whatever it might be, I think about that. I've been missing the boat. And for me, I know there's a section, I think on Saturday, that's going to actually discuss that. So I'm excited for that. But between Joe's book, which I've been reading lately, and hearing that today, I'm super excited about that because that I could stop, turn it off, and go home and start and not listen to Friday or Saturday and be happy.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate your comments there. Thank you so much, Chris. Going to bring on Prashant Kumar. So Prashant, I'm promoting you to a panelist here so you can share your video and share with us about your golden nugget from the day.
Hey, Dan, thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Well, we can hear you.
But you cannot see me, right?
Not yet.
I don't know, for some reason. Okay, let me start my video. Okay.
There you go.
Okay, you can see me. Okay, all right. So Dan, today was a great day, although, of course, being Thursday, it was a working day, but, I was going through a couple of sessions. And to begin with, the first session itself, from Joe Fairless, that was so incredible, right? What he said, go out there. I do a couple of meetups and things like that, but he just kind of, pushed that feeling of mine, that I should do a little bit more of that, right? I'm not doing it too much. I do once in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, things like that. But that kind of give me a perspective that I should do it more than what I'm doing, right? So that is one very important thing which I took from Joe. In addition to that, things like, what Kenney was talking about, 5-minute analysis of your deal. You have a GPR, you take 10% off from that economic vacancy, you subtract, expenses, 50%, and here you get the NOI. Things like that, small things. And I do that all the time, but, when you hear from somebody, who has been doing it for so long, it makes sense, right? So that kind of, I took it very well. And in one of the sessions, where do you find investors? We all know, right? We talk about it, networking, but small tips like, going to the angel investor groups, I had never thought of it. Maybe that was not my background, but I kind of took it seriously, I have noted it down that, I plan to go and, basically, join a couple of angel investor groups and just show my presence there, right? Things like that, like everybody else, I have the whole list of things which I have noted down, but it was an incredible day today, Dan. Thank you so much for arranging all this.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Prashant, for sharing your golden nuggets for the day. Going to bring on Keto, I believe is what the name is there. So hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Didn't completely botch it. We have Keto coming on. You should be able to accept the panelists there. And great. I'll unmute your mic. All right, take it away to give us your golden nugget.
Hello, Dan. Can everybody hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, all right. I just want to say this has been so valuable. I really appreciate you, putting this summit on. I know there's a lot of work behind the scene that, gets done. So again, just want to really just say I appreciate it. I mean, I've been up since 4 this morning just so I can catch you guys. But I mean, so much information, and I'm actually new in this space. So this is a new space for me, even though I have a real estate background in single family, but this multifamily stuff is, wow, just kind of blows my mind and what's possible. And one of the things is, that I don't, have to do it alone, because there's so much, to learn in this space, and just really building a team and aligning with yourself, someone that's already done it, has already cleared the path. And so, yeah, I mean, this is great. Really glad to have an opportunity to jump on. So yeah, just really the team building aspect, and that, you don't have to do it alone, no matter where you're starting. Right? Start somewhere and get the education, get the training, so you can be successful in this. So thank you.
Yes, thank you, Keto, for sharing as well. And going to bring on Claire. So Claire, you're being promoted as a panelist. So just accept that there, and then your video should come on automatically. Let's see. Let's see if it works. Might have a little delay there. Let's see if we can get Christian on. Oh, there we go. We got, there's Claire. All right. Let's see if we can get the video working. Might have a cover in front of it or something. Let's see. While Claire is working hers out, I'm going to go ahead and promote Margaret as well, so that she'll be ready once we are ready for the next one. And looks like Claire might still be. Oh, there's Claire. All right. So I'm going to have you stop your video first, Margaret, but you'll be teed up for after Claire. So Claire, take it away and kind of share with us your golden nugget for the day.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay. For me, I unfortunately wasn't able to attend some of the earlier classes, but the main thing for me is I just did listen to the last one about investing out of state. So for me, would probably just be kind of giving me some good pointers in terms of where to start, even exploring investing out of state. And a big thing for me is, like, I've been in, dealing with the tax side of real estate for years, but as an investor, it's different. So I'm new to investing myself. So I feel like I have a lot to learn in terms of, stepping into the shoes of the investor. So looking forward to attending some more classes tomorrow.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing that, Claire. Going to be opening up the mic and the camera and asking to start the video for Margaret. Margaret, I want you to do the same thing. I want you to share with us what your golden nugget was for the day.
Hi there. First of all, I have enjoyed this immensely. I've been on since 7:30. Thank goodness I'm on East Coast. A huge whole notebook full of notes. So for me, what I really enjoyed was I've been a passive investor for about the past 3 years. I've done a lot of large multifamily units with Joe, but I'm looking to get more active. So I really enjoyed Mark and Tammy's presentation, because it talked about just, you don't have to know everything, build a team, but anybody can start by being really good at deal analysis. So that was my huge thing, because whatever deal you're doing, single family, multi, small, duplex, it's all about the numbers. And if you can get good at that, you can be of value to anybody. So that was one thing. And then the second thing is, I've been focusing on how to transition from being passive to active, but I'm also a real estate agent. So I really think I need to leverage that more with the local investors, because I am that agent who invests. So I get it, and I get what they're looking for. So that's definitely something I'm going to be working on.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your comments and your compliments there, Margaret. I appreciate it. Looking forward to having you for the next 2 days. Going to bring on 2 more people. Actually, 1 more person. Actually, I have 2. So I have Jamie here. So I'm going to have him be promoted. I'm going to go ahead and promote Manish as well. But we're going to start off with those will be the last 2 that we'll do for the Golden Nuggets. And then I'll have Manish, I'll have your camera, keep it stopped for right now. And we will open up for Jamie to share with us his golden nugget from the day.
Hey, Dan, you guys can hear me?
Yep.
Awesome. Hey, awesome job, man. There are some awesome speakers in this, and I'm really enjoying myself. A lot of golden nuggets. I think the one I really enjoyed watching for sure is the leaving the W-2 job, transitioning from W-2. Listening to the panelists, Tamar, Julie, Devin, and Juan, I really related to them in a lot of their situations and moving from W-2 life. I got my family here, so kind of on daddy duty at the same time. Well,
we hear him in the background.
Trying to watch.
That's dedication.
I got a lot of nuggets. Yeah, sorry. So just going through that process, working as a team with your spouse, and just working through that. And I got a lot of nuggets from that, and I really enjoyed it. So thanks.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your comments there, Jamie. I'm going to go ahead and open up the mic as well as the camera for Manish, and have Manish go ahead and share with us his golden nugget for the day.
Hey, I think there were a lot of golden nuggets, and it was really, really exciting, and I really waited for the summit. And I liked how a lot of people transition from W-2 to basically kind of like, okay, now I'm going to make that switch. So I have been really investing in single family notes and stuff, and I just really I've raised some capital, but then I actually had to return capital because of lack of inventory. And then I found that, to really, really scale and to really be able to raise a larger amount of capital that I potentially think it could, would be with, I could deploy that to multifamily than anywhere else. So, so the summit was wonderful. And the other good thing that we found was there were quite a lot of experienced syndicators that you can actually co-syndicate with and build your resume. So that was really the best part of this entire summit so far, and look forward to learn more.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing that, Manish. Look forward to having you for the next 2 days. And as we wrap this up, I'm going to do some closing arguments, but there's some confidential information on here. So I'm going to close off the Facebook feed to go over this with everybody. So let me close off the live feed here. And if you are on our main website and you want to join for the next 2 days, go to mfinsummit.com and register. You'll have access to all the recordings from today, so you can watch those if you missed any of them. And then you can also go to be able to join us for the next 2 days live and be able to interact with some of the speakers as well as the attendees. So I'm going to stop the live stream there and going to stop the recording here.